I need to know what problem you help solve.
I literally use my fingers to test you after I get...
Please never say that. Please never say I use my fingers to test you. Is this real?
Yeah, it's very real.
Because it sounds really wacky.
No, I get it. But it's very real. It's extremely real.
So what are you going to do? You're going to test me with your fingers?
Yeah.
None of this makes any sense. It's bananas. These are the type of articles I'm seeing when I Google this.
Do we trust Google?
I mean, do you want me to use DuckDuckGo? What do you want? Becky is a health coach that has no idea how to explain what she does. And it's because it's pretty weird. I shared with her how to fix this, and I believe anyone can make more money in their business if they follow these principles. Here's the video. So, Becky, what do you actually do for people? Who do you do it for? And what does this have to do with quantum mechanics?
Have you heard of muscle testing?
No.
No, okay. Basically, you're picking up on the body's frequencies, they need...
How much are you making with this business right now?
Nothing yet.
Is that because you haven't started or because you're trying to sell it and nobody said yes?
Because I'm just getting started.
I have no idea what you sell. Not even a clue. I need to know what problem you help solve.
Their overall health.
Okay, but that's a terrible offer.
Okay.
Nobody wakes up one day and goes, you know what? I need to contact someone for my overall health. We're in America. I hate to say this, but Americans are the most unhealthiest people in the world because we don't respect health here, right? So if we don't respect health here, that means there's a struggle to sell it because there's not a demand for it. We like weight loss because in America we care to look good. We care to attract the opposite sex because everything in America is sex. So we got to lose weight to look sexy, right? But in terms of people who are like, I really just want to improve my overall health, there's very few people like that. And the people that are like that generally are more resourceful and they try to figure it out on their own. Okay, the people who try to lose weight, they want a pill. They want a magic fad diet. They want something like that because everybody I know that takes action in losing weight, they just eat clean and they go to the gym. Problem solved. It's the people who want this fantastical solution other than just eating clean and going to the gym. So that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, if you said, hey, I have moms that have digestive issues or I have people that have digestive issues, well, that's like one core thing. Like, hey, because now you can pitch it. You can be like, hey, does your stomach, like for instance, my mother has stomach aches all day long. If she heard a pitch to help take away her stomach pain, I could see her resonating with that.
Gotcha.
But if it's just like, hey, holistic, general health, blah, 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 quantum physics, like she's going to be like, what is this, So that's what I'm asking you. What problem do you actually help solve? Pick one.
Okay, let's go with digestive issues.
Okay, digestive issues, perfect.
Sure.
Are you a doctor?
No.
And what are we doing?
I have tons of years of experience fixing my own digestive issues.
What's the core mechanism that allows you to solve these digestive issues?
It's a protocol called the GAPS diet and the way that I implement it. And then it's also, though, the quantum nutrition testing that I mentioned.
You got to help me out here. What on God's green earth does quantum physics have to do with a stomach ache?
It's like if you could combine getting an EKG for your heart, right? They put the electrodes on, they're picking up on the frequencies of your heart to measure how well your heart is beating and how healthy it is. Combine that with how your cell phone works.
Okay, nobody's going to buy that. You know why? Because it's incredibly complex. I'm a pretty smart guy. I have no idea what you're talking about. People get intimidated when things are complex. They get intimidated and they get scared and they get confused. You can't be complex, all right? You need to be simple. So quite simply tell me, why do I have digestive issues?
You have digestive issues because it could be a number of things. But
I don't want to hear that. Nobody's going to give you money if you say that.
Okay. You have digestive issues because of all of the chemicals that your gut has absorbed. Mostly glyphosate is a big one, right? Also parasites.
How do I get that?
How do you get glyphosate through... It's ubiquitous in the environment, the water, the air,
ubiquitous?
everything.
What the hell does ubiquitous mean?
It's everywhere. It's in the water.
You got to stop using these big words.
Oh, sorry. It's in the water. It's in the air. It's in, wheat, corn. They spray it on everything.
Okay, so all right. So pesticides, preservatives, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So, because there's a market for this. There's people who know, especially in the United States, our food is terrible. It's covered with all these chemicals and preservatives, and it can give you digestive problems. And it's like, what's the problem? Well, I don't know what to eat, right? It's everywhere. How could I possibly fix my digestive issues if it's on everything? So now we're starting to get to an actual market here that make sense. But all these big words you use, you're just going to confuse people. And here's the other thing. Most people are insecure.
Sure.
So when you use big words like that, you know what they actually think? Becky's making me feel dumb. I don't like Becky.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah. Now I feel dumb. And I don't like people that make me feel bad.
Right.
And dumb is bad.
Right. Of course.
Okay. So you gotta dumb it down. All right.
Right.
So if I say, Becky, I got stomach issues, right? What are you actually going to do for me to stop that from happening?
I'm going to quantum test you.
What the hell does that mean? Are you a scientist?
No, I guess so.
So why are we talking about quantum mechanics?
Because it's just...
Can you let that go? That needs to go. You're not a doctor. You're not a scientist, but you're throwing around stuff about quantum mechanics. That's not how that works. Okay. In marketing, there has to be a reason for that. You know.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
You just need to tell me how the heck you're gonna get rid of my stomach ache.
Okay. I'm gonna test you for what's the things that are causing your stomach ache. I'm gonna find out what's causing your stomach ache, and I'm gonna test you for the supplements that are gonna help get rid of your stomach ache, combined with a couple of other things I've learned from protocols like the GAPS protocol, and I'm going to get rid of your stomach ache.
This is a lot of blah, 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 okay? You ever heard of Simon Sinek?
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So tell me why my stomach hurts.
We talked about the pesticides. Also, parasites.
Yeah, but why?
Like, it damages your gut lining.
Why? Oh, okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
If you want to market something, you have to give people a reason to believe in you. So for instance, let's just go with the stomach for a second. Hey, does your stomach often hurt and you don't know why? Maybe you take all kinds of stomach pills, you try to eat clean, you try to eat healthy food, and for some reason your stomach always hurts. Well, here's why that's happening. You see, your stomach has a protective lining. Why? Because it has acid in it. Acid is meant to break down and digest food. The lining is a protective barrier so that the acid doesn't eat the stomach. But when you eat food that's covered in pesticides, which is most food, the pesticides eat away at the lining, the acid touches your stomach, and it hurts. You have a stomach ache. And so how we're gonna solve that is XYZ. See, there's a line of logic there that people can go, oh, that makes sense, Becky. That's why my stomach hurts. Therefore, your solution that protects the lining is something I'll consider buying. But if you're just like, oh, well, it doesn't do it properly, and blah, 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 then it's like, oh, turn this lady off. Like, you know, like I just want to watch, TV now and not hear this woman, fill my head full of nonsense because it doesn't make any sense. You're just saying, oh, it doesn't work properly. I need a clear line of logic for someone to go, that makes sense, Becky. That's my problem. Oh, you have a solution to that specific problem? Well, if I buy that solution, then it makes sense that it'll get rid of my stomach ache. Sale made. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess, I don't know what I was trying to do.
I know. Every product should solve a problem that has a root cause. Every single one. I often use this analogy. I say, if you're walking down the street and you see two lemonade stands, and one lemonade stand says freshly squeezed lemonade, and the other says yellow sugar with water, which one do you buy? Freshly squeezed lemonade. But it's the same lemonade. Totally. They got it from the same place. Why did you buy the one that said freshly squeezed lemonade?
It sounded so much nicer, better.
It sounded so much nicer. So the root of your issue here is not whether or not you have a good product. It's whether or not your product sounds good. Sure. You don't know how to make your product sound good. That's the root of your issue. Correct. See, now that I just explained that to you, if I try to sell you a book, coaching, a seminar, whatever, on copywriting or how to make your product sound good, doesn't it seem a lot more beneficial to you now that I've explained the real root of your issue?
Yeah.
So tell me the root of the issue.
Okay.
Or is the one I gave you just fine?
No, let me try. Let me try this because it is complicated. this
then
is
you
good.
ain't gonna. If it's complicated, you ain't gonna sell nothing. Okay. So we got to decomplicate it.
Right. Okay. One root of the issue is that your minerals are imbalanced and you don't have enough in your body. Copper.
Why do they need to be in balance?
Because if they're not in balance, if they're out of balance, you get an imbalanced gut flora, right? All the probiotics. You take probiotics, eat yogurt.
I eat incredibly clean and I don't eat American food, so I don't have these problems.
Okay. No, and that's good. Your gut and your stomach are protected by good bacteria, right? And having the right balance of those bacteria.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Everything that's wrong with America in our food and the resulting messed up balance of minerals is causing our gut flora to be completely off, which completely...
Okay. Let me try to decomplicate that. The reason you have a stomach ache, the real root of the issue is that you have too much bad bacteria in your stomach. When you have good bacteria in your stomach doesn't hurt. But when you have bad bacteria, it hurts. The food you eat, processed food, and the pesticides, it creates too much bad bacteria. That's why your stomach hurts. So if all we have to do is balance the bacteria, and now your stomach doesn't hurt. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
I'm worried about the marketing. You know why I'm worried about the marketing?
Sure.
Because without the marketing, what you do means nothing. Because
Right.
you won't sell it. So who
Right.
cares?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's just go with that for now. What are you going to sell me to fix this?
Okay, so you're going to get a 2-step program, right? It's a 2-step.
Now, forget the deliverables. How are you going to help me solve? Are you going to tell me what to eat? Are you going to give me a pill? Are you going to wave a magic wand? What are you going to do? Are you going to tell me to move outside of the United States so I can actually eat real food, which would probably be the best solution? What are you going to do?
Solution. A couple of those. Eat a little bit better, and I'll tell you specifically.
Okay, you can't tell people they're going to eat better. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to do anything better. They want an alternative option. Nobody buys improvement offers. They buy new opportunities.
Okay. Shortcut the process by finding exactly what is causing your stomach issues.
You just told me what
I will test you for that.
Okay.
Okay.
So why? So you have to test me.
I'm going to test you for that.
Why do you have to test me?
Because it could be mostly the food. It could be parasites. It could be mostly chemicals.
Okay, so that adjusts the pitch. So it's like, okay, right now, we don't know what's causing your imbalance of bacteria.
Correct.
It could be something you're eating. It could be a supplement you're taking. So what do? We test you, and we find out where is the source of the bad bacteria. Now we know what to eliminate or replace to get rid of that bad bacteria. So it all really comes down to the test.
Correct. Yeah.
And okay, remind me why you can do this not being a doctor?
I'm certified in level 1 of it. There's 3 levels.
Okay,
right?
so you have some sort of certification.
Yeah.
Okay. You know how the coaching industry is right now. Every Tom, Dick, or Harry is a business coach and a health coach. And
right.
Nobody's doctors or actual business people. So I just have to ask.
Right.
So you have some sort of credentials.
Yeah.
And what is this called?
Quantum nutrition testing. Quantum nutrition
You
testing.
can't even say it. That word quantum, it's so scary to most people. It's just so complex. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to test them. So the process is, hey, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to fill out the form below. You're going to book a call with me. I'm going to go over the entire process with you. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to test you and find out the source of your bad bacteria. Then I'm going to find out what you're eating, what you're consuming. I'm going to match those two things up. I'm going to tell you, hey, here's the bad bacteria you have. Here's the things that you're eating that can cause that bacteria. Here's a list of everything that you need to avoid or replace. We call it the magic list. Once you have the magic list, all you have to do is put it up on your fridge and that's it. Is that accurate?
It's pretty accurate.
All right. So test, match, list. TML. It's my patented TML process. Test, match, list. See how you got to dumb it down.
I know. Yeah, okay? You're right. You're absolutely right. This is terrible. Oh my gosh. No, it's good. It's good. It's very good.
My stuff's good.
Your stuff, of course, your stuff is great. I mean,
because it's simple. It's not even great. It's just simple, which makes it great.
That's fantastic. My question, if I can throw a question at you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At what point do you run into the problem where people are like, well, I don't know. Well, how is she testing me? And then I get sidelined myself and explaining things way too deeply. You know what I mean? Like,
I know you do. Well, how do you test me? Do I pee on a stick? What do I do?
It's a non-invasive form of muscle testing. I honestly use my fingers.
Do I pee on a stick?
You do not pee.
What do I do?
There's no blood test. I use my fingers.
You're telling me all the things it's not. You use your fingers. This is sounding really weird.
I know. I use my fingers to muscle test you quantumly.
I feel like I'm talking to Camilla Harris right now. Just answer the question.
Sorry.
Like
yeah, I literally use my fingers to test you after I get.
Please never say that. Please never say I use my fingers to test you. I'm going to report you to the authorities. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Come on,
all
man.
right. Okay.
Like,
all right. Okay. I am. How can I explain this?
Is this real?
Yeah, it's very real.
Because it sounds really wacky.
No, I totally.
It sounds like some serious westernized BS.
It totally. I get it. But it's very real. It's extremely
so
real.
what are you going to do? You're going to test me with your fingers?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm using muscle response in my fingers, right? I am scanning, I'm going through your organs, and I'm going...
You're going to test me with your fingers in my organs.
I'm testing a response a muscle response
and that's
in my
going to tell
fingers.
me what bad bacteria. Okay.
It's going to tell you what organs are not testing well. So your stomach and...
You can't sell this because it sounds insane. Doesn't matter if you're right.
Yeah.
It sounds insane.
Right.
You're telling me that you're going to test me with your fingers.
It's muscle testing.
You're just going to grab my bicep?
Remote muscle testing by proxy. How's that?
That's horrible.
Okay.
That's even more complicated.
That's even worse.
What does that mean?
I'm using my muscles since I can't get to you because you're on the other side of the country, right? I'm using my muscles. I'm putting my intention on you. I'm looking. Oh. I know your history, and I'm looking and I'm scanning through your organs to see which ones are weak and then why.
Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure I understand this. You, from 1,000 miles away, are going to use your fingers to test my muscles.
It's your organs.
My organs?
Yep.
So that you know what bacteria is in my stomach so that you can tell me what to eat.
I know what problems are going on, that it's parasites, that it's metals, whatever. And these are the supplements that you're also going to test for that are going to fix those issues.
How are you going to do that?
I could show you.
Can you do it right now?
I have.
We're not on a Zoom call. We're in person, so it should make it easier, right?
Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Oh, come on.
Okay, let's go. Can I borrow your phone?
By all means.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so
a picture of internal organs.
And I'll take that back. It's just your internal organs, right? I've got my own.
Yes, I know where. I know what my organs are. What is this?
So as I'm looking at them, I'm just going to go through and scan to see how your organs are doing, right? Okay. All right. So first thing I do, I'm testing. Is Dan basically in a good state of health? If my fingers stay like this, right? This is a yes. If it breaks and my fingers open, that's a no. Is Dan in a good state of health? Yes. Okay. Now we'll get correct answers as I go through. So let's see if anything lights up, right? Pharynx, larynx, heart, arteries, muscles, liver, gallbladder. Okay, a little bit in the gallbladder. Kidneys, skeleton, brain, lymph nodes, lungs, spleen, bone marrow, stomach, veins, pancreas, urinary bladder. Okay, a little bit of gallbladder. What's wrong? What's wrong with Dan's gallbladder? Is it food? No. Okay, all right. That's what I do in the background. And then there we go.
Becky, is this a joke?
No, absolutely not. But this is why my initial question to you, because when you had really simplified it, I was like, okay, Dan,
Becky,
I don't know how far into do people want an explanation?
Did you just legitimately perform a procedure to test my bacteria?
Yeah, I tested your body. For any weaknesses.
What has led you to believe that this is anything but just pure fabrication and insane?
Because I've seen it work.
This is not real. I'm telling you right now, this is not real. I can't help you sell this because it's not real. All you did was look at a picture and play with your fingers. Someone has convinced you that this is a real thing. It's not real. I'm just being honest with you. This is madness, okay? For one, I have an issue with my pancreas. I have pancreatic exocrine insufficiency. So how come you didn't pick up on that?
Did I actually? The problem might be stemming from your gallbladder.
No, it's stemming from the fact that my pancreas does not produce the enzyme required to digest food, so I have to take pills when I eat to provide those enzymes. How is it that your test didn't say anything about my pancreas?
This is why I've got a few people helping me because I'm not the most perfect expert in it yet.
Okay. Look, either this is a scam or you are the worst person in the world to describe it.
I'm probably not.
No, because you just performed it. And that's how you've seen it performed?
Yeah.
How one man's invention is part of a growing worldwide scam that snares the desperately ill. These are the type of articles I'm seeing when I Google this.
Do we trust Google?
Google's a search engine.
Right, but do we trust them to rank things that actually work versus things that they want us to see? You know what I mean?
I mean, do you want me to use DuckDuckGo? What do you want?
I'm saying we know there's things out there that are true and that work, and
this is not one of them. I don't need to look these up to know that this is BS.
An example.
So if I had Neil deGrasse Tyson here right now, and you said this to him, what do you think he would say?
I don't know. He's kind of weird. I don't know that I like him very.
It doesn't matter if you like him. He's a highly respected scientist who understands quantum mechanics 1,000 times more than you do.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Okay. I mean, all right.
Becky. You're telling me you don't think Neil deGrasse Tyson knows more about quantum mechanics than you?
Oh, he probably knows more about quantum mechanics than me, but maybe he doesn't know how to apply it to health.
I don't know what to say.
Or that it can be applied to health.
You got me. This is either a joke.
No.
I'm a huge prankster, so bravo.
No.
If this is a prank, I'm not mad. I'm actually impressed.
Oh no.
And I'm
Totally not a prank.
I can fully appreciate the level you've gone to prank me.
No.
I really do.
No.
It's bananas.
Is everything bananas just because we don't understand it?
No, it's bananas because I just watched it happen, and I'm telling you it's bananas. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm a cognitive human being with common sense, and I can tell you that that's bananas. Should we take a poll in the comment section?
We could.
Oh, please.
We could.
Let us know at home if you think this is bananas or not bananas,
Yeah.
please. Okay? All right, and if everybody thinks it's legit, well, then that just furthers my decision for moving outside of the United States. But I don't think even Americans are not going to believe this.
Right.
Okay? I want to help you with a pitch, but I can't. It would be unethical for me to do so. Or what do you know how to do?
I can implement some of these other protocols and
No,
bring them.
nothing about health. We're done with that. No health stuff.
I am a pilot by trade.
Pilot?
Right.
Oh, I'm a student pilot.
Very good.
Oh, wow. How many hours do you have?
I'm an airline pilot.
Airline pilot. Yeah. Okay. Any particular special skills you have there, like how to pass tests, how to pass your ground school, anything like that?
When I was teaching students, I was particularly good at, all your basic maneuvers, landings, particularly landings and takeoffs and, and stuff like that.
Why don't you sell a landing course?
That's a possibility.
Landing for me is like the hardest part. Pick the hardest part, getting your license, and do a camp for that, right? Like, I don't want to leave you here with nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I have something new that I'm coming out with.
Awesome. Okay.
I'd be happy to give you access to it for free just to help you out. So here's what it is.
That's great.
It's very hard to make money online unless you have a certain skill that you can sell, right? But one of the skills that people pay for the most is called copywriting. Writing emails, writing blog posts, writing social media posts. Businesses all day long pay for that because they don't want to do it and they don't know how to do it. Right now, people are attempting to use AI to create marketing. But it sucks because ChatGPT isn't really designed for that, to make good writing, good copywriting. So what we've done is we've taken all the data that we've had for the past 10 years and we created our own AI model. Yep. And so you can actually use our new AI software to create really compelling, really human-like marketing. And you can approach business owners and you can sell them things like email copywriting and social media posts and all this, and you don't actually have to be a writer or know how to do copywriting. You can use our software, Artimo, and it will do the writing for you. And we have an offer that we're coming out with soon. It's called AI Freelancer Academy. I'd be happy to give you access to that and the software. We've tested it with some people. You can literally go out and approach business owners right now. It's a high chance that you'll get one of them to say yes, because most copywriters will charge $3,000 to $5,000 for email copywriting. But most small businesses can't afford that. Sure. You could charge, say, $500 a month, which is cheaper, way cheaper. Yeah. You can do it faster because it only takes a few seconds with our software. And you can do it with no risk because you can send them 2 or 3 samples like that. And if they like them, they pay. If they don't, then they don't have to. And you just move on to the next. Yeah. The emails probably take you 20 minutes to do a whole month's worth. Wow. You could have 10 clients, few hours a week, if that, and that's 10 times 500 is 5,000 a month. And that's if you even wanted to charge 500. You could totally charge 1,000 a month if you wanted to.
That's insane.
Okay. I'm happy to give you access to that, to have you leave with something today.
That's great.
Okay.
I totally appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. Do me a favor. I know you're not going to listen to me. Please don't sell this. It's hogwash. It's bananas. It's not real. Okay. A couple of years from now, you're going to look back at this and go, oh, Dan was right. I got duped. Okay. Trust me.
Oh, God.